Give me go live. Now it's going. Very good.
You're good to go.
It said if you want to just today when you bow, it's just greeting and feeling gratitude, you know, kamcha, to be alive, you know, it's just a good thing. So you're not bowing to the piece of wood or statue, whatever you wish. And even if you don't want to, you don't have to. But usually for the ceremony, we stand like this, which is just the Indian greeting. Hello, everyone. Well, today is our annual Nehan-e, which is a ceremony to remember the time of the passing of the Buddha. But we also say the Buddha has not passed anywhere because the Buddha's teachings, the Buddha's life is still alive in all of us and what we're doing here today. But this is also a time for you to remember and hold in your heart anyone in your family, friends, anyone you wish who has passed from this world recently or long ago. They also continue through the influence of you, the influence they've had in this world. Of course, I'm going to say something more about that later. But right here, I'd like to show you, we have a statue of the Buddha in Nehan. That is traditionally the reclining Buddha, was just before his passing from this visible world. That's what the statue represents. And there was also a plaque there, traditional in Japan. I think you have them in China too. We have some visitors, one from China, one from the United States, both from the United States really. And here is Dr. Hoshi. Hello. And this says, this is dedicated to all the generations and generations of Buddhist ancestors who are also alive in us and what we do here, you know. And there's a picture there I put today. This year is the, I believe, 30th anniversary of the passing of my Dharma grandfather, Nishijima Roshi's teacher, who was Niwa Zenji, who was the abbot of Eiheiji. He was actually the Pope of Sotoshu. The equivalent. He was the head of all Sotoshu. And so that is his picture there. We usually keep it in a little special corner here for the ancestors. And his influence is alive through all of us. So that's what this ceremony represents. Now we're going to do a little bit of a special chant. Onkai has been up all night getting ready. And I think she has it. The words are on our thread. You can look at the words later, but they represent that the Buddha's teachings, the Buddha's, how to say, when they burned the Buddha, he left ashes, and people think, and pieces of bone, and people think, well, those are the remainders of the Buddha. No, this is the remainders of the Buddha that continue on and on. You see, that's what the chant is saying. Okay? And then we'll chant the Heart Sutra in Japanese, Chinese, to be respectful of, I think I have a copy there. That's the Japanese-Chinese version, if you'd like. And we'll do that to also respect our heritage. So if you've been here before, you know what to do. And if it's your first time, just follow along. But please hold in your heart someone you'd like to remember. Many people, if you wish. Okay? You understand? Okay?
Okay.
really small one here, not so big.
The verse of the homage to Buddha's relics, Shari Ramon. With wholehearted gratitude, we bow to the relics still present of the true body of the Tathagata Shakyamuni, who is fully endowed with myriad virtues, to the Dharma body, which is truth itself, and to the whole universe, which is his stupa. With deep respect we venerate the one who lived his life for the sake of all beings, the sustenance of Buddha. The truth enters us, and we enter truth. Let us strive to benefit all living beings. Arouse the thought of awakening, cultivate bodhisattva practice, and together enter perfect peace. The penetration of the equality of all things. Now let us reverently bow. Makahanya Haramita Shingyo. Kanji Zaibo Satsugyo Jinhanya Haramita Jishoken Go Onkai Kudo Isai Kuyakusha Rishi Shiki Fuku Kufu Ishiki Shiki Shokuze Kuku Sokuze Shiki Ju Sogyo Shiki Yaku Bonyo Ze Shari Shize Sho Hokuso Shofu Metsu Fuku Fujofu Zofu Gen Zeikoku Chumu Shikimu Juso Gyoshikimu Genni Bi Zeishini Mushiki Sho Komi Soku Omu Genkai Nai Shimu Ishiki Kai Mumu Myo Yaku Mumu Myo Jinai Shimu Roshi Yakumu Roshi Jinmuku Shumetsu Domu Chigakumu Toku Imu Shotoko Bodai Sat Te E Hanyahara Mita Koshinmu Kege Mukege Ko Muukufu Onri Isai Tendo Musoku Gyone Hansan Ze Shobutsu E Hanya Haramita Gotoku Anokuto Myaku-san Bodaiko Chihanya Haramita Zebdai Rasan Myaku-san Bodai Kochi Hanya Haramita Zedai Jinshu Zedai Myoshu Zemu Joshu Zemu Totoshu no Jo Isai Kushin Jitsu Fukoko Setsu Hanya Haramita Shusoku Setsu Shu Watsu Gyatai Gyatai Hara Gyatai Hara So Gyatai Bodhi Soaka Anya Shingyo. Buddha nature pervades the whole universe, reality existing right here now. We recall this day when some 2,500 years ago, Shakyamuni Buddha, our historical founder, entered into Pari-Nirvana. In reciting the verse of the homage to the Buddha's relics and the heart of the Perfection of Great Wisdom Sutra, we offer our reverence and dedicate this gathering to our great original source teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha. On this day of his entry into Pari-Nirvana, mindful of his teachings, we go forward with boundless gratitude and joy and vow to practice endlessly. The pure Dharma body of the Buddha is always clear, beyond birth and death, and expressed by all things, yet cannot be seen so long as one is lost in duality. The Buddha lived within coming and going, birth and death, a man of great compassion for all living beings. For this we bow in gratitude and aspire that we may illuminate our minds in the midst of delusion. On this day we have gathered to commemorate our great teacher Shakyamuni Buddha's entry into Pari-Nirvana, and we offer incense, flowers, light, fruit, and sweet water, all symbols of reverence, life, and the satisfaction of all desire. We further dedicate the merit of this teaching gathering this Zazen gathering in gratitude for his great compassionate acts in leaving us these timeless teachings. The moon over Mount Ryoju, the vulture peak, shines wondrously in all directions. The sala trees bloom and their petals convey the fragrance of the Dharma down through time. The Buddha transcended desire, and his understanding has helped all who are deluded until this present moment. The merits of suchness will extend from the beginningless past to the endless future. All the myriad forms of existence join in recognizing the profound importance of this day and wholeheartedly recite with us, some in words and some in silence. We are filled with awe at the countless voices which thus proclaim the Dharma, and we vow to embrace and sustain it endlessly. We also remember and dedicate this day to and these efforts to all our parents, grandparents, siblings, our relatives near and distant, all our ancestors reaching back through the generations, and our dear friends and other cherished ones who have passed from the seen world. And for those children we recall, born or unborn, now departed, we open our hearts to grief, to the bonds which will always remain, and proclaim our vow to care for the children of this world today. Thus let the harmful effects of words, thoughts, and actions be dispelled, and the compassion bloom in perpetual spring. May we all realize and live the enlightened way together. All Buddhas throughout space and time. All bodhisattvas, mahasattvas, maha prajna, paramita.
Special dedication to all the people including our Sangha members, their friends and family in Turkey and Syria, and all people who and everywhere experiencing the effects of natural events. We make a special dedication today. Zazen. You're going to sit here. Why don't you take that one? What you do is bow, 3 fingers. It's hard to see on this one, but the strap goes in the back. And then turn, bow again. Bow. Go this way. Okay, bow. Almost turn clockwise. Bow. And yeah. Now when you sit, let me show you. Your spine should be just in front of the center. If you sit too far back, it hurts your back. So your backbone should be not in the middle, but just up here. nice and round open. Your back, when you sit, you look good. To the state, number one, to do this, and also to step. So it's nice, relax. You got to you take a deep breath, and then you breathe through the nose. If you want to, you can take the mask down. I leave it to you now. It's not so necessary. But if you want to keep it on, let's breathe through the nose. This. Find a nice center point. Okay. You should be upright but not too tight. Your eyes, one part open. The reason they're open is we don't hide from the world, we don't run to the world. We see, but don't judge. See, don't judge. See me, please don't judge. Your eyes, though, will be focused here during Zazen. Remember, when the thought comes, let it go. Stay in the space between the thought. Focus on the breath here. And most important, this experience is just this experience. There's no other place to be for about 20 minutes. Right? KINHIN. We will now do walking zazen. Take a little like this. And we're going to get up here. I'm just going to show you. This is where the monks eat. So if you go to the Japanese temple, you don't put your feet. You don't have to. Carefully. Right. Place your cushion. Take your three fingers. Put the jack facing you. Keep your elbow. Turn right. Face me. Right. Very good. Go tell you the direction. There you go. Okay, we need a break. All right. We're going to do KINHIN now. KINHIN is walking zazen. Yeah, thank you. You take this hand. It's okay. Sit up. Take this hand, sit over your heart. And this hand goes over the top. The mind and the eyes are the same as zazen. Keep it just a little open. Don't grab the thought. But the walking is a little different from usual walking. Usually walking people walk in order to get someplace. They have a place they must go. This walking is different. This walking, there's no place to go. So when we're here, this is only here. There's no front or back. When we move, we're just moving. No place to go. Now you're here, no place to go. Just here. Just here. Just here. Why? Because human being, all we do is run, run, run. And we forgot how to stop running. So when you're okay, we'll do KINHIN. Talk about it. I forgot to say, when the breath comes to the top, you step half forward. KINHIN will be short today. We will have ZAZEN and a little talk. Sit, straighten the cushion, bow, turn right, bow, sit. There you go. Can everybody hear? Flap your elbows if you can hear. Good. One more. Nice slippers. Good. It's important. So today, Nehan-e, we remember the remains of the Buddha. What remains? Not only of the Buddha, but of any of us, of those we love when the end of life comes. Well, much remains. The effects for good and bad of what we did in life. Those remain somehow in the people we touch directly and even more distantly in the world. The effects of things that happened thousands of years ago are still touching us in some way. People sometimes ask me about karma and about rebirth in future lives, and very traditional beliefs that if we do good things, maybe now or in a future life, there'll be a reward, and if we do bad things, maybe we will come back in a future life and it will not be so good. And I say I don't really know or care so much about that, because I see people who make hells and heavens for themselves and those around them in this life. And that's enough. I can't promise you that if you do something good, you're always going to get the reward. But I can tell you that if you do good things, it will tend to make the world and your life and the people around you a little more beautiful. And if you do bad things, if you're a victim of anger and greed and selfishness and jealousy and all those ugly things, it will make this world, the people around you, and yourself, your heart, a bit more ugly. That I can promise you. I let the future lives take care of themselves. I say, in this life, please live gently. Well, we remember the people of the past who have left this world, and they also left good and bad things. Sometimes we have to forgive, sometimes we have to forget, sometimes we can remember fondly with good things, but we honor them. If it wasn't for them, we would not be here. In China, ancestors are very important. That's a good thing. Not just our family ancestors, but all the people who came before made this world. And you will be an ancestor someday, and you will leave effects. Please try to leave good effects in this world. Leave this world better. Very simple. We remain after we die in the effects of what we've done for the next generation and the next, and those we touch. Now, there's another sense of death and life in Buddhism, which is that we don't quite believe in it, but I'll just touch on that briefly. I can't promise you that this body you have is going to go on forever. As a matter of fact, I can pretty much guarantee you it won't. And you have a time in this life. Don't make a mess of it. Use it well. And I can't promise you get another body. I don't know. That's what it says in some traditional teachings. But it also says in teachings that there's a way to know ourselves that is beyond life and death. And I can explain this to you. And it's very important you know this, because it's very freeing. You see, we think of ourselves only as separate beings, but we don't realize that we are also the world. And so long as the world, the stars, the oceans, everything, as long as that continues, you continue too, because it is you. It's a little hard to explain, but waves rise and fall on the sea. And we are like waves. We rise for a time, float along, and then we disappear. We have our effects, and it leads to other waves and other waves, but we get this wave, and it rises for a time, is here for a few years, and then it vanishes. But in many teachings, Buddhism, Taoism, many Indian teachings, we realize that the wave is just the ocean all along. The waves rise and fall, but the water goes nowhere. Oh, I mean, the water is moving, swirling, but what I mean is the waves are the ocean. So we human beings, we only know ourselves as the wave, but we have to realize that we're also the ocean, you see. The wave's going to go, but the ocean keeps flowing on and on and on, and you are that flowing. So don't only have to know yourself as this small little wave. Know yourself as something grander, vaster, boundless, flowing on. That's part of our practice too. So remember those who have left us, but also know that they are the ocean. Remember those who will come in the future, but they are the ocean. You are the ocean, flowing on and on and on. I believe the Chinese call it Dao, the way it flows. Let's sit. We will now recite the verse of atonement and the 4 vows. Please get up very slowly, especially you. Okay. We now do a chant. One is, I'm sorry for all the bad things I did this week. I get angry. And the other one says, our practice never stops, but we keep continuing. It's here. Maybe you understand really good. So straighten your cushions. Oh, sorry, I dropped everybody today. Oh my, I hope you're okay. Everybody okay? I dropped you all.
All harmful acts, words, and thoughts ever committed by me since of old, on account of beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance, born of my body, mouth, and mind, now I atone for them all. To save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable, to save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable, to save all sentient beings, though beings numberless, to transform all delusions, though delusions inexhaustible, to perceive reality, though reality is boundless, to attain the enlightened way, a way non-attainable.
Wait a second, let me get you all back here. Here we are. Okay. Well, lovely, lovely. Well, someday you'll be someone's ancestor, and I hope you're an ancestor that everyone remembers fondly. Hi, we got the 2 sekishis down there. Hey, hey, hey. So please be an ancestor that somebody remembers fondly and not an ancestor that somebody has to forgive. Little hint there. We're going to have tea if anybody can stick around for a bit. I have to leave a little early today, but I'll be around for a bit. Jacoden, lovely to see you. Jacoden's down there with Sekishi. And Wabo, good to see you from Ukraine. Genkai, everyone. See you in a bit if you can stay around. Otherwise, see you later. Oh boy, where did I put it? I lost this here. Here we go. And I left the tea. I have to go get the tea.